Thanks for this opportunity, first of all, to the Easy Council as well as you. And the first thing, this CPENT came into my mind from my mentor, from my senior actually here in my current organization, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. So Rajesh sir introduced the CPENT to me, and he told me that Sarath, you need to take this up. This is a very good certification and all. So I just gone through the internet like what is CPENT and all, because I have completed a lot of certifications, but not something like CPENT. What I have seen is like CPENT is a little bit challenging. Like when it comes to challenges, like every cybersecurity guy is interested in challenges. So I thought like yeah, as my mentor said, it would be great to take up the CPENT. So I took up the CPENT, and that's how I got into CPENT actually from his advice, like from my mentor's advice, and it was a good decision, I think. Yeah, in my experience of learning CPENT was a bit challenging. The thing was when I'm preparing for the CPENT, I'm also working in a full-time employee. So I get my night time will be there for the CPENT preparation and learning and those kind of things. So I was learning for CPENT about like if I'm not wrong 6 to 7 months. If I'm not wrong, 6 to 7 months I do like every day I'll be learning a little bit and completing iLabs, and I should tell that like iLabs is very helpful in learning process of CPENT as well as this examination. So anyway, I took about like 2 to 3 hours every day to learn CPENT and to do the iLabs exercises. And also the online labs such as the Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, those kind of things also helped me. But I should say the iLabs was much better. And the process of learning, what I have seen is like the CPENT have annexures, like CPENT have modules, like there are 19 modules. Other than that, there are annexures such as Perl scripting, Ruby scripting, CH refresher, and those materials also help me very well, because when it comes to the official syllabus, it's there, but the additional, the PowerShell scripting, the shell scripting, those things help me a very big enough in my CPENT examination as well as in learning process. So it was something like from the official courseware itself, we can learn a lot about this CPENT, and using the iLabs helped me a lot to, in the learning process. Yeah, that's a kind of very interesting question. Why I'm saying that is like CPENT is the first examination that I'm taking for 24 hours, continuous 24 hours. The reason for taking 24 hours is very simple, as I told you in the first answer itself, that I should take up this challenge. Challenge is very important. So I love the challenges. So I took up the 24-hour session as single stretch 24-hour session. So the biggest hardest thing is like keeping my mind oriented. And the second thing in technical aspect, like the hardest part was actually the buffer overflow as well as binary analysis and exploitation. Buffer overflow was a little bit of hard for me, the scripting and all those kind of things, but stressful actually, like but I love that, and this is required actually in cybersecurity. Yes, I'll say this is required based on my years of experience as a penetration tester. I have worked as a penetration tester and all. So based on my experience as a penetration tester and as a security analyst and all, this is required. This is very important. Being hardest, like it's not an easy going thing. It's not everyone is going to get this. You need to have a mindset in CPENT. So the examination will test that. And the one thing I should tell you about like the exam environment, this is not something like for example the other competitive examinations like OSCP and all. So where you will get like in OSCP and all, you will get 5 missions to compromise, and you need to compromise 5 missions only, right? But when it comes to CPENT examination, there is an entire enterprise network is in front of you, and not only a enterprise network. There's, if I'm not wrong, I haven't counted, but if I'm not wrong, there is a minimum of 15 to 20 missions, if I'm not wrong, in the CPENT exam range, and 5 ranges are there. In the exam range, there is that much of a missions, and those all are interconnected. And there are various measures such as like IDS, IPS, firewalls, all of the things are there, if I'm not wrong. And everything is there to challenge you, everything is there to test you very well. And that's great, because like we are actually doing a real world penetration testing in the examination. So it's a great examination. I'll say the hardest part for me was binary analysis, exploitation, and the buffer overflow. So that's what my hardest part. And also I don't have an experience with the OT, operational technology area. I loved it, like there's an OT range, and I was a little bit stressed and confused there. But yeah, I came through it. But yeah, this is what my experience about the examination. But it's a great examination for every penetration tester because it's not an exam; it's a real world pen testing. So that's what it really needs. Like anyone who is learning penetration testing need to be tested in real world penetration testing. And CPENT does that, and I think CPENT is the only certification does that kind of like examination. No other like competitive examinations other when it is compared to CPENT, like, no one will do that, I think. That I really liked about CPENT program, the first thing obviously, I have said in the previous answer itself, very basic, like the CPENT network. That's great. The exam range is great, and ILABs is great, I will say. That network is something like I'll say it is not. I haven't seen that anything in my other examination that I have written. It's something great the CPENT is providing. And other than that, the CPENT's syllabus and the structure, I should say this is great. Why I'm saying is, for example, the CPENT have IoT, OT, and SCADA. So this Internet of Things, operational technology, and SCADA, like which other certification have that? No one have that. Like that area is also very important. Like nowadays, the internet is growing, the technology is growing, the artificial intelligence is growing, everything is growing in the Internet of Things is also growing. So IoT is required and IoT is there. So we need to learn the penetration testing of IoT also, and none of the certifications have IoT. I have seen like when I'm comparing CPENT level certification with other organizations, I would say none of them have IoT or OT or SCADA. So it's a kind of very helpful thing when it comes to a penetration tester in this age. And other than these two things, one thing I really like is binary analysis. I don't know why, but I love that subject. Binary analysis is very good. I don't have an experience in binary analysis, but CPENT taught me very well how to do a binary analysis and what is the importance of this binary analysis. Right? It's not only about teaching you the techniques, but also it is about why you are learning these things. Like you are learning binary analysis, you are learning IoT, but why you are learning this? That's what CPENT is all about. So I really love that also. The network, the enterprise network, the binary analysis, and the experience that CPENT is giving you. And this IoT, OT, SCADA, this is something great, and none other competitive certifications like CPENT will give you that kind of exposure onto those areas, like the industry areas. That's really required in nowadays. So none of others will give you that, and the CPENT is giving that. That's what I like about CPENT. And the enterprise network, I'm mentioning that once more because that's much greater, I'll say. The ILABs, oh, that's great. Like the ILABs will help you a lot when it comes to the examination, main examination. So in the CPENT examination, you will have an enterprise network, and in the ILABs, you will have hundreds of missions there. So you can practice yourself on the ILABs again and again. And for every chapter, for every module, except the first one, for every module, the CPENT have that its own ILABs. So if you are learning OSINT, you'll have a lab on OSINT, and if you are learning binary analysis, you'll have a lab on binary analysis. If you're learning something else, like you'll have a lab on that particular topic. So whatever you are going to learn in CPENT, they have a lab for that particular thing, and the ILABs is fully fledged lab with everything that we need to learn from the CPENT program. And also there is one more thing that you need to understand in CPENT. Other than this ILABs, when you feel that like okay, I'm ready to go for the exam, or I should test myself for the examination, you'll get a practice exam range also. The practice exam range is something similar to the main examination, so that you can test yourself like how you're doing in this CPENT. Are you ready to take the main examination? So even if you are like, if you feel that like, I'm not ready, you can again go to ILABs and you can work it out again, and you can come again into the practice range. You can practice again, so that like you are basically like having multiple exercises in front of you in ILABs, and that is giving you by the as per the CPENT official courseware. So you can try everything that you are learning in the CPENT in the ILABs. So that will help you a lot. ILABs is very good, and whenever you are practicing or when you are preparing for the CPENT, I would suggest personally you complete the ILABs. You complete every exercise in the ILABs, and then go for the practice exam range, and then only go for the main examination. These two things, the ILABs and practice exam range, is going to help you very well in the main examination, and it will give you a very, like, not only in the examination but also in penetration testing. To learn penetration testing, you will learn a new techniques also by doing the labs. It's not only about the examination, but you learn these all things like how to do this particular penetration testing in an IoT device or in a network or in a web application. There's a lot of things that you need to learn about web applications there. So labs also available, so you can learn that too. So other than the examination, you can learn real world penetration testing also using this particular iLabs. It's there and fully fledged with hundreds of missions, I'll say. It's very useful. It become very handy for me because like I don't have enough time to set up all the labs offline in my lab, in my computer system. Or my laptop don't have that kind of capacity. I think like that's very important. And so for practicing everything that I'm learning from the CPENT, iLabs become very handy for me and very useful for me in the entire program, I'll say. Yes, and I'm very thankful for CPENT for that too, regarding my career growth. The first thing, I'm a certified instructor also for Easy Council certified instructor. So the one thing the CPENT gave me is as soon as I become CPENT as well as LPT certified, I got my LPT too, as well as I'm I got instructor access to both of them, so I'm ready to teach. I'm able to teach CPENT as well as LPT for my organization. And one more thing is that like Techno Valley, where I'm currently working, Techno Valley Software India Private Limited. But this company, like Techno Valley, gave me one more new opportunity as soon as I got certified as an LPT. As a licensed penetration tester, my mentor again, my seniors, my company thought like I'm ready to handle an entire division of cybersecurity services, and we have an education division. Techno Valley have an education division. Along with that, we have a services division too. It's called Advanced Technical Services. So this, as soon as I got my CPENT LPT certification in my hand, like as soon as I passed the examination, the company announced a promotion for me to become the head of the Advanced Technical Services. So I'm very thankful to Easy Council as well as to LPT for this position, for this new position as a head of the technical services, where we provide cybersecurity services, penetration testing and all. So became the head of that, and one more thing, I got much more bigger profile in my community with the CPENT and LPT. That's there, like it's a kind of differently. So as soon as I certified as an LPT, I got a different kind of respect from the community, a different kind of position in the cybersecurity community here, and also through LinkedIn, and also that's kind of very big thing. I got promoted in my work. I got a very big opportunities in my work. So thanks to LPT for that, and thanks to Easy Council. So other similar program, I'll say it's OSCP by Offensive Security is there. Yeah, I'm actually an authorized instructor to Offensive Security too. So based on my experience with the OffSec as well as CPENT, the first thing I like, if you take a direct comparison between the CPENT as well as OSCP, you can see one thing that is nothing but like the kind of areas that CPENT covers, that kind of domains that the CPENT covers. That's what very important. It's like in OSCP you learn core penetration testing like Kali, Linux, Metasploit, everything, right? But when it comes to CPENT, you learn all these things, except and along with that, along with this, all these things, you learn the scoping methodologies, how to scope a penetration testing, how to document everything, and you learn IoT, OT, SCADA is not there, and you learn scripting for Ruby, PowerShell, Perl scripting is there, Python scripting is there, mobile penetration testing is there, which is a self-study modules, but it is there in CPENT, and this enterprise network. So it is not there in I'm not criticizing that, but it's a kind of different thing. It's a kind of thing that CPENT gives. So that's what CPENT is actually different in the crowd. Like it is standing out of the crowd because of these things. The enterprise network or the practical lab, the enterprise network that CPENT gives, and this IoT, OT, SCADA, mobile penetration testing, this PowerShell and Ruby scripting, Perl scripting, those kind of things. It's not there with the competitive examinations like OSCP. Like OSCP will teach you about core penetration testing, but CPENT will teach you about core penetration testing along with the industry frameworks, how to work in an industry, and how to handle penetration testing and network penetration testing. Those kind of things will be there in CPENT. So that's what CPENT is much better. That's why I think CPENT is much better. I'm not criticizing others, but this is why CPENT is standing out of the crowd. So that's what CPENT is very important. And my hats off to Easy Council for creating such a program. I think this is the first of its kind, if I'm not wrong. But hats off to Easy Concept for creating such a program for the penetration testing professional. This is very helpful actually when it is compared to others. I think like again now I haven't attempted the OSCP yet, but I'm very confident to attempt the OSCP now because like compared to OSCP, compared to CPENT examination network, or the experience that I have got from the CPENT examination, I think like OSCP will be much more easier for me now. I'm so much confident now to attempt the OSCP now after completing the CPENT. Yeah, that's a very good question. So I have completed my CH and I'm certified as a CH master. So based on my experience with the CH and CH practical and my CPENT experience, I'll say CH is very good for a beginner. I'm not saying complete beginner, need to have some background. But first person who is doing a certification, CH is very good because like CH will give you an idea into industry frameworks, like how to do an assessment, what to do in an assessment, and what to be what you need to focus on when you are doing an assessment, and in various areas like in mobile penetration testing, in web application, in websites, in cloud, in cryptography. Everything is it is a kind of 360-degree view to cybersecurity industry when you are getting into CHLZ. So you are seeing everything in cybersecurity. You are seeing every domain in cybersecurity when it comes to the CEH certification. And in CH practical, you are doing it in practically. You are doing assessments practically, and that will give you a practical knowledge also. But when it comes to CPENT, it is a kind of different thing. It is more onto a specific area, penetration testing area. In CH, you will learn everything. But in CPENT, you will learn specifically onto penetration testing, how to do a penetration testing. So rather than just doing a penetration testing, you need to learn the documentation, which is very important, like scoping an assessment and documenting an assessment, preparing reports. It's important. Like in CS, you will not learn how to prepare a report and all, but in CPENT, you will learn how to prepare a report and all, how to create your own methodology, how to do a security assessment, and how to do an assessment onto a deeper level. That's what it is. And also a network penetration testing and Active Directory is there. Active Directory is very well in the CPENT, and how to do the lateral movement, how to do the double pivoting in a network. It is there in the real world network, so you need to learn that also. In CS, you will not learn how to do the double pivoting, how to do the lateral movements. Like it's there, Active Directory is there in CS, but you will not learn the pivoting and double pivoting and other lateral movement techniques. But in CPENT, you will learn double pivoting, and other lateral movement techniques, which will help you a lot in the enterprise network security assessment. So in terms of skills, I'll say CH is for someone who is about to be who are completed 1 to 2 years in cyber security, and they will be able to do a security assessment properly. And CPENT is for someone who is looking for more deeper knowledge in cyber security and who want to get into the kind of areas in red teaming and those kind of areas. So for those, CPENT is very good. And in terms of skills, that's what the difference is. In terms of knowledge, CPENT is going to give you much more deeper knowledge on the penetration testing, and also much more deeper knowledge into enterprise network security assessment. So how to do an enterprise network security assessment, that's there to teach you. And one more thing is that in CPENT that we need to take care, like this, the cloud penetration testing. So CPENT discusses about cloud penetration testing also. The CS also discusses about cloud computing or cloud pen testing. But CS is more of a general view onto cloud and cloud security. But when it comes to CPENT, it is much more deeper, like how to do an assessment, how to enumerate the cloud. So that kind of areas is there in CPENT. So that's the main difference, I'll say. Yeah, that's what. And the report writing also. The report writing is also main difference between the CH as well as CPENT. CPENT have that, CS don't have that, because CH it's not required there. CPENT required is there, it's because more of a penetration testing knowledge, core area is required. That's right. So my advice would be very simple: do complete the courseware, very important, and do complete all the exercises that is available with the iLabs. Complete that, very important. iLabs is going to be very handy, very helpful for you throughout your main examination. And very importantly, complete the practice exam range. That's very important. Practice exam range is so important. When you feel that you are ready for the examination, go and practice in your exam range, practice exam range. And then after completing the practice exam, then only go for the main examination. So I suggest this, and also focus on your scripting knowledge, because whenever doing my examination, whenever doing my mini examination, I have to write some scripts around, and that's something that I like about the CPENT examination, because there is no restriction for you. Like, you can do whatever you want to do, that you are going to do in a real world pen testing, that you can do in CPENT examination. So focus on your scripting, because like sometimes you need to do the same task repetitively. Because for example, enumeration. So whenever you come across a mission, you need to do an enumeration, right? So write a script for that and automate the process for you. Because like CPENT have shell scripting, CPENT have PowerShell scripting, all there is in the appendix in the self-study module. So you can go through and learn it, and learn the scripting, and enumeration is the key, very important. Enumeration is the key. Do enumerate, and also practice your exam rates. Complete the ILABs, learn some scripting. Scripting came very handy for me, that's what I'm saying. And Python is so important. Python scripting is there in CPENT self-study modules. Python scripting is there, and learn Python scripting, which will be very helpful for you in the binary analysis and the buffer overflow area. So very useful. So these areas would be the better. This is what I will suggest. It's basically nothing but thanks to EC Council, and thanks for the CPENT creators, I think, and also this CPENT helped me a lot in my practical experiences. And so if you're going to take the CPENT examination, all the best for you, and I wish you will be the next CPENT, and I will be very happy to see you as a CPENT certified or LPT certified professional, and all the best for you, and thank you. Bye.